Hello, this is Godo. Welcome back to Islands of Insight puzzle series for the Autumn Falls, though again, we don't actually have the puzzle we need available today. So today I decided we're gonna work on what is this demonic puzzle? 5-star puzzle, but it's demonic. Anyways, we're gonna be working on the Lost Fruits cluster today a little bit, and we might go and do some other stuff. You can actually see on the right side of my screen, I did a little bit of just offline or off camera playing around and stuff. I picked up this weird Luminous quest where it started, it just said solve one puzzle box, and then I solved the puzzle box, and then a bunch of new objectives kept popping up, and as I solved them, it kept adding objectives. So I was like, what is going on here? So I've never seen that Luminous quest, but it is a 1,000 or was it 2,000 point Luminous quest. Anyways, my guess is that that's going to have us go around and do every type of puzzle. But for now, we are over here, so let us work over here. And let's start with this. Alright, so we have all dark regions have area 4, and then we have a dart matrix. Okay. Alright, so for this row, our light cell is going to be somewhere in the middle here. If we have it off on the left, it's going to break our dark area 4. This would be a... wait. No, never mind. It would be fine. Actually, it would need to be both light cells in a row for that to be an issue. Okay. But let's see. The 5 could have like it has a 1 above and a 1 below it, right? So that means there's going to have to be whatever the 5 is doing, it's going to have to go kind of be squished within its row. Like it's going to have to do something like this and then something like this, right? It can't really be meandering up and down around itself, so it's actually pretty limited in what it can do. Most likely if there's a dark cell here, that's going to mean this looks like this, and then that dark cell can't be over there, though. What if this was like this? What would that look like? Yeah, that would just not work. Okay, so here, these points of the 1-1 crossover, we cannot have them be dark. So there's something to start with, at least. So let's see here. This 1-3 makes it seem like we want to do something like this. I was just counting that out. It is 7 by 7 in this little working grid here. So let's see. Let's actually count this area here. So down here in this area, we have a total of nine dark squares we need to have. It's because 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 9. So that's not a multiple of 4, which means we have to keep adding rows until we have a multiple of 4. So this is going to be 10, then this is going to be 15, then 16. Okay. So likely what this means is that this 4 up here is going to be an isolated 4. It's going to be like a 4 row up here. And then these are going to be like kind of sharing along the way, going downwards. We also need to connect all light cells. That's going to be worth thinking about later. I don't feel like we have anything to work with now. Let's go look at our situation here. So there's a 4 here and a 3, and then a 4 and a 1. So 3, 7, 10, 11, 15, 18, 20. So there's not going to be any there's not going to be any rows here that just go straight up and down. So like this 4, for example, is not going to be like this. This isn't going to be a thing. This isn't going to be a thing over here. So it's going to be something like the 3 and the 1. Well, not like that, but the 3 and then a 1 going over there into the 4, and then a 3 and a 1, and then something like this. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up here. Very unlikely this is actually correct. What are the odds? Don't never tell me the odds. No, this isn't correct. We can't resolve this over here. But yeah, so all of these are going to be bleeding over. There's not going to be any vertical pieces over here. There is going to be a horizontal piece over here. So this is either going to look like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. And that all overlaps to this. So this is a starting move. Hooray, we figured out one starting move. And this is correct, yeah? Yeah, nice. Love to see it. Alright, what's going on down here in this corner? So there's a 2, and there's a 1. So if we were to put a dark tile here, we'd have to go up and then left, because this is going to be filled in. That would be filled in. And then if we go up, this gets filled in, and that can't be 5. So we would have to go left here. And that also can't be 5. Okay, so we have a light over here. Cool. Good, cool story. Can we deduce any more using this over here? So let's use this 1 again. Let's go up. 3, huh? 3 and 2 and 4? Don't really know what to do with that. What about this? If we go up, we know we can't do this. This would be illegal. So it would also look like that, right? So, but could it go up and then over here? So if it goes up and then we stop it, we would need a 1 over here. Then we would need 2 more over here. So we would need like a 1. Hold on, how would we even do that? So this would be 1. Finish that one off here. Now we need 2 and 2 over here. I guess like, oh no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't think this works here, so I think this also has to be a light. Is my logic correct on that so far? It is. Okay. Well, what's the foresight telling us to look at up here, huh? So this is going to be 2 and 3. So the 2 has to go with the 3. So this is going to be a 2 and a 2. Or it has to be 2 and 1. So it'd have to be like this, and then the 3 would need another 2 and 2. Hold on. So the 3 could then do a 2 and a 2, and then the 4 can do that. Yeah. Ooh, kind of a lot of options still here, so I'm not really sure where to go with that. But I think we do need only... This is going to have a 2, and then it's either going to be 2 or 1 here from the 2 over here. So this resolves the 2. So then the 3 would have a 1 or a 2 over here. So this is the situation where it has a 1. And this would need to have a 3 over here. So I think the only situation that works for this 4 column... 1 and 3... So I think this has to be dark up here. Oh, whoops. I had this junk over here in the corner. So I think this has to be dark, right? Yeah, okay, that has to be dark. And I don't think this 4 can go over here, because then we can't resolve this. So if we were to go like this, for example, now we can't resolve the 4. So this has to stop here. And I don't think it can come down either. So it's going to go across like this. Okay. Is this all correct so far? Nice. Okay. Okay, okay. So the 5... What is the 5 going to be doing over here? We also haven't run into the issue of the connect all light cells really playing a role yet up here. What does it want me to look at in this tile? If we had it light, it's going to look like this. And that's going to block this in both ways. Okay, so this is a dark tile. Then if this was light, I think it would actually be the same problem over here, right? Because all of these would have to be dark. And that would cause that issue over there. So this one is dark as well. So this has to either be 3 like this or 3 like this. So these 2 have to be occupied. So that lets us finish another row there. And then we can't do a 2 by 2 up here. So I think the 2 by 2 needs to be... Well, it needs to not be a 2 by 2. This isn't correct, is it? Why is that not correct? Oh, because we could do, like, this as well. Okay. I wasn't seeing that possibility. Does this 5 mess anything up if I, like, put light cells in random places? So I put a light cell here, we have to do this. Can't connect that. Don't feel like we can actually finish this bottom area here, because how do we do this 1? The 1 would have to be like this, or like this. That wouldn't even work over here. Or like this. That wouldn't work. And then it would also have to be like that. That doesn't work either. So this being light doesn't work. This is dark here. So this is dark. Now we have... Two out of 3 in this column. We still need 1 more here. We need 3 more here. We need 1 more here. Can this 5 contain... Can this 5 not go down? So if we, like, contain this like this... No, the 5 has to go down, so this can't connect here. Alright, what is going on with this 4? This 4 over here. So over here, let's look at this really quick. This is either this and this, and that finishes that section, and this row. Or it could be this. And I don't know, too many options there still. So this 5 is for sure coming down over here. But where it's coming down yet, it's still to be determined. I think I'll just take another foresight here just to get an idea of where to look. Look in this tile, huh? If we make this a 1, we have to go up. Okay, so that can't be a 1. Got it. And if we make this one dark, we have to go up. Can't go that way, so this would have to go over here. This would have to be like so. Alright, that just might straight up be the solution. Alright, there we go. Okay. Tough one, tough one. We spent 15 minutes doing one puzzle. Fun times? This one might be interesting. This is a congruence. One symbol per light area, or one symbol per light area, yeah. And we have congruence. No dark areas have the same shape and size. So yeah. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 places where there is a dark tile that is stuck against the edge. So if one of these is light... Oh, dark regions have area 5. For some reason I thought it was no to... I didn't think that rule was in play. Okay. Well, that changes things a little bit. So now we can't do this. We could do... No, we can't do this either. Because if we go down here, we get dark here, and then this and this both mess this up. So this too must be like this. Alright, and we've now used our... what pentomino is this one called again? N? I do not remember the name. Okay, so this one, whether it goes down... It has to come out at least to here. This 2 could go out. Could it go up? So the 2 cannot go down. That would make a... that would make this pentomino again. So the 2 must be stopped there. And then it's going to be a P pentomino. So here's our P pentomino, and now our 2 is done. Alright, no more P's allowed. Apology if P is your favorite vegetable. I guess P is a fruit, huh? Anyways, let's see, if we do dark here... If we do dark here, well, here's a move we can do. Doesn't really help us that much. If we do dark here, it's going to look like this. And 5 is trapping in the 25, so this isn't going there, that's going there. And this pentomino is done. This is the Y pentomino, I think is what it's called. So we can't do a P pentomino. Now we have the corner trick here. I feel most likely this 5 is not going up, but it could. No, it has to, because we already have the N pentomino up here. Okay. Let's see. What other pentominoes at risk do we have? This 5 is now at 29. Or, this 5 is 9 out of 25. I mean. Let's see. If this goes here, we could do the T, we could do the F, we could do the S, and we can do this one. Or this one. So there's a lot of options here still. This one could do this. That would look like that. How would we finish this 4, though? So the 4 would have to come here. This would have to come out. And then that would have to go there. Where did we start this chain at here? If we assume this one was closed. What if we assume this one is not like that? So the 5 has to come here, and its only option is a P, which we have, this, which we have, and this, which we have. So we cannot do this, actually. So this actually is the correct way to do this. Alright, so now we have the C pentomino, or the U pentomino, I forget what that one's called, and the S, or Z. I don't know the names of these, man, I'm sorry. So our 5, what's our 5 gonna be doing? Let's see, this doesn't work if it's a T shape. If it's an F shape, it doesn't work, because we already have this pentomino over here. And if it's, so it must be this shape. So this must be correct over here. So this is not good for this block here, so we're going to do that instead. Alright, this has to come out. We already have an S, so we're going to do the F pentomino over here. Alright, we have 10 and 10. When we connect these right now, that would be 21, but we don't know if we want to connect them right there. I think we want to connect these two, but we need to block in the 25 and the 8 using what's over here. And based on the shapes we have currently, we can either... We can only do it a cross pentomino here, right? We can't do an F. We can't do a... this. And it's the same situation if we go the other way. So we have to do a cross here. Now this is 10 and 11. When we connect, that's going to be 22. I am going to assume... Have we used the L pentomino yet? We have not, but I think we're actually going to do this pentomino. And I think that finishes us up. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. I didn't actually look at the puzzles here today. Let's take a look at what's up top. Oh, hey, we're seeing completed grids, so that means we've actually completed enough grids that we're only seeing puzzles that are remaining to us. Oh man, that one looks crazy. I'm just looking at some of these. See if any of these look particularly exciting. Let's give this one a go here. So all numbers are off by 1. Oh gosh, that means the darts are off by 1 too, huh? Let's see here. So this one has to be a 4. Let me, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just to make some notes on it. As I get more hints over here. So this 5 I know is a 4. This 5 right here. We know those cannot connect. We know it's a 4 because it cannot be a 6 here. Here it could be a 6. Like 6 would be valid. We need to connect all dark cells. This 2 can't be a 3 because it would connect to that. So the 2 is going to be a 1 here. And we still don't know if the bottom is a 4 or 6, so hold that. So we know this is 4. Let's see. If we assume this is a 4 here, or a 3 here, like these two blocks connect, then we would get 3 and 3 here, and that would be okay, because these can be 3 or 5. This one could be 3, this one could be 5 with that. We do need to connect all dark cells, though. So there's definitely a dark cell here or here. The question is there a dark cell over here? Or are they both over here? This 3 is either a 2. Oh, hold on. If this 3 is a 2, that would mean it's done, and that would make this 3 be gigantic. So that's not going to work. So this 3 must be a 4 up here. This 3 is a 4 on this column. Are there any other weird near misses like that? Don't think so. So we need 2 more dark cells up here. This one could be a 4, I guess. If this 3 was a 4, it would look like this. And that just doesn't really give us any more to work with. Like, that's kind of it. If it were a 2, it would look like this. Those can't connect, this has to come out, and then it blocks that in. Okay, so this has to be a 4 as well. So 4 and 4 here. Yeah, that was correct. So 4 and 4. Alright, so this dart is done, and this dart is a 4. So one of the dark cells has to be here or here, and then the other one we don't really know yet. We don't know if the bottom is a 6 or... what's the other number? 6 or 4 yet. I should probably do some quick math here, just to check what our total line count is. So, let me see here. So, 4, 6, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4, 3, 5, and then 2 or 4. So the total for the left column is going to add up to 5, 7, 10, 14, 18, 22, to 9, let's see, so 9, 13, 18, 24, 28, 34. Wow, that's a big range. So the left column here is saying there's 22 to 34 dark tiles, and then the top is saying 3 to 5. Hang on one second, let me tally these up again. 3 to 5, 2 to 4, 4, 4, and then 3 to 5. The top is saying 9, 11, 19, 22. Is it the same number? Is it 22 to 34? Then 5 by 5 is 15, 19. Plus 19 plus 8 is 27, plus 5 is 32. Wait, did the other side add up to 32 or 34? Oh, the other side adds up to 34. Okay. So on the top we have 22 to 32, and then on the left side we have 22 to 34. So that means there has to be at least one more of these that is on the smaller side than this one. I don't really know what that's actually helped us figure out, though. I'm going to count up the light tiles as well really quick. I'm not going to do that on camera, so... No, that one's actually going to be tricky due to the fact that this is over here, because this can just be like this, and then that's, like, totally legal. So, yeah, that complicates things if we're talking about that being those two combined, and then that eliminates a certain number of light tiles. I might just run the math anyways. Be right back. Alright, well, I did the math. So for the light tiles, there are 14 through 29 possible light tiles. And then for dark tiles, there are 22 through 32 possible dark tiles. And the number has to be equal to... the total number has to add up to 49, because this is a 7 by 7 grid. So let's see. There's a lot of different ways to add those numbers together to get 49. Like, we can do 22 and 25, 22 light cells and 25 dark cells, or the other way around. Yeah, so I don't know if that actually helps us really. Let's maybe take a foresight to see if it has any recommendations for us to look at. Let's see. So we know this one cannot be a 2, so it has to be a 4. We already knew that. Let's take a look here. So this is interesting. So if we have a light cell over here, what does that really imply? I mean, I guess we could do a 2 and then a 5. We could also do a 2 and then not a 5, or not a 5 rather. Like, I don't really know what it's telling us to do with this tile down here. We don't really know what this 5 on the bottom is yet, so if it was a 4, we would know it's dark, but we don't know that yet. Let's see, if we have to come out here, this looks like this. This has to come up here. We know this one's a 4, but it's fine at the moment. This has to come over here. Oh, and then our 4 gets isolated. Okay. So this one cannot be 4 on the bottom, so it's got to be 6 along the bottom down there. Cool. That's some information we have now, for sure. So this one down here is 6. I guess I don't need to mark it since it's already indicated here. Did we get anything new over here, though? If this comes up like this, we cannot go up here, so we have to go down here to exit. Now this 4 has to be a 3. It can be a 3 either like that or like that. But this is going to have to be a 5 up here, which means that's going to do that. My dog decided to add to the conversation. So this is what this is gonna look like if we were to do that. Um, I've kind of lost my train of thought here. Hold on. Where were we? Oh yeah, so we were saying if this goes up. So if this doesn't go up, it's gonna have to... I mean, it could potentially link up to this, okay. And then we would need to do this. This row would look like that. This would need to go there, that would need to go there. Yeah, this is like also looking totally viable right now. I'm just looking to see if any of these darts are complete. This is also a possibility here that I just realized. Oh gosh. What on earth, dude? Yeah, I don't think trying to guess where we're going with this 3 is gonna help us, because the 3 could go like this, it could go like this, it can go like that. I mean, it has a lot of options. What about this 2 over here being a 3? If the 2 is a 3, whoops, if the 2 is a 3, it's gonna come out like this. Now this 4 needs to be a 5 or a 3 still, which is possible to be both. It either goes like that or to be a 3, it would have to be anything but that. Yeah, I'm just not really seeing anything clear here. Let's maybe take another foresight and see if it gives us a recommendation to look at. Bruh, I just looked at that though. What do you want me to do? So we go up here. Like, I don't know what else it wants me to look at. Like, is that correct? I don't know. Is this can be correct too? If this is dark, let's see, if this is dark, can this one be light if that's dark? That would have to come up here. No. Because this situation here causes this to get blocked in over here. So if this is dark, this is dark, and if this is light, this is light. And if these are both dark, if these are both dark, then what happens? What is this one here? We can't say this is a 3, so this one would have to be a 5. This would be fun to come up here. Oh my gosh, there's just too much to think about. Ah! So this is dark, dark, or light, light. Like, both of those are totally valid here. Am I, like, not seeing something, like, on the different crossways here? So if this were dark up here, this one would have to be light. This would have to come out like this. That would have to go there. Those can't connect. This would come out here. These two would both have to be dark or light, and those would both be wrong. Okay, there we go. There's something. So this one has to be light. Yippee. Great. Okay, so up here in this row we need 2 or 4 dark cells. Right now we could have 4. That would need to look something like this. Then this one would need to be a 5. It couldn't be a 3 because that would block that in. So this becomes a 5 now. Oh, gosh. Just too many things. Let's take a foresight. Oh, yeah. It's telling us to look down here again. I really don't know what it wants us to do here because, like, I go light, light, and then I kind of go to the point of exhausting that sequence. This can't go in here all the way, so it has to come out at least one. Those can't connect. Oh, light, light doesn't work. But I only found that out because... No, I should have found that out earlier. Dang it. Alright. So it's dark, dark. We should have found that out before, but that's how it is. Alright, so there's one dark cell coming out here. It's either here or here. There's a 3 or a 5. This can't be a 3, so this one now we know is a 5 on this column. And just marking it in my notes. So now across the top we know this is 4, 4, and 5 here. So we have 4 here. This 4 has to go... Let's see, if this was dark here... If this was dark, this 4 would have to... It can't come up here, so it'd have to come out here. This would have to do that. Yeah, that doesn't really cause any problems immediately. That kind of causes problems down there. I'm just, like, not really vibing with this puzzle, man. Let's see, we could do this here, or we could also do this, and then this, or this here. If we do this, then 4 has to be... Can't go like that, so it'd have to go like this. This would have to come up here. Kind of seems like this one has to be dark no matter what. If this one's light up here, we could do this. No, we can't do that. Okay. So we can't really do this 3 coming in here, I don't feel like, because we can't do that. And anything else without finishing this 3 causes the 4 and 4 to be invalid. So this has to be dark up here. And that lets us finish the 4 finally. Okay. Now the 3 is either going to go light, light, or not light, light. What would be the other one? Dark? So if it goes light, this is dark, dark, that is light. This one has to be light, and then these have to be dark. No, that'd be dark, light here. That would be fine, okay. And then these can't connect. This has to block itself out in there. This has to come down. I think this, and this might do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was not a fan of that one. Be the, all numbers off by 1 hater over here. Alright, let's look for another one. I think I want to do one more that looks like fun. Lotuses are typically fun, but they kind of require a lot of brain power. Ooh, this one looks interesting, but I think I'll save it for another time. Let's see, what else spawned over here today? all dark regions have area 4. This one actually doesn't look too bad. Let's see. So dark regions have area 4, so our A is going to be light. And how are we going to get between here? Well, let's see. A is going to have to pass past B to get out of here. So B is going to be dark. And then C is going to have to be light. B is going to have to go here, and then it can't go this way. Where else is A going to have to pass through? Well, I and G are both, one of these is going to have to be light, so A can't go through here, so A is going to have to come out this way. So that's going to be like that. This G is going to have to connect over there. Can't connect that. If we make this K light, this would need to be dark. So this is going to be dark. That's going to be light. Connect those. Okay. It's going pretty well so far. Let's see. So A is going to have to... It's not going to be able to go through the D, so A is going to have to go through here. These are going to have to be dark. And then A is going to have to pass through this H, so this H has to be dark. And then is it going to have to pass by this F? I don't think it has to pass by the F. Let's see. We can't go this way because the I is in the way, so A has to come this way. Okay, F is going to be dark. Let's see. Block this connection. Connect C. Alright. I'm a fan with this puzzle. I'm like jiving with this one. This is also a 3-star puzzle, so imagine that. Let's see. So A can't go through here. We're gonna have to come down here. I forgot to make that one dark. Silly me. So H has to come here at least by one tile, then it has to come here by one tile. Let's see here. If we go... Well, we have to block the A and the I. Never mind. Okay. Okay, actually looking pretty good here. Did we do it? Did we do it? Was that a perfect solve? Am I redeemed? I don't know. No 4 in a rows here. Let's do this one really quick. Connect all dark cells. Okay, well, we're not gonna be able to go straight across here, so whichever way this goes, it's either gonna go dark, 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 or it's gonna go dark, dark, dark. Let's look at the other areas first. So basically we're gonna have to use this. It's almost like don't make a snake, except with viewpoint cells, huh? So this is gonna be like the ends of our snake. We don't have any business to go up here, so let's not do that. feel like if you have no business going over there, just mark those cells as closed off. So how do we do this? Let's just trace a path here. No, we can't go straight across here. So this one has to go over here, I think. Then we don't want to do a loop. So we'll close that route, send it down instead. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Turn here. If we turn here, here. There we go. Nice. Alright. That was kind of just like a weird roundabout way of saying let's make a snake. This is a classic Nurikabe. Doesn't look like it should be too bad, so let's give it a go. Okay, this is going to belong to the 4, so the 4 is going to connect over here. This 2 has to block a 2x2 there, then this 4 has to block a 2x2 here. Oop. Let's see, what are we doing over here? So we're gonna need a light tile over here from this 3. It either has to be here or here. Yeah, because we have a light tile over here, this means the 3 can only reach... The 3 cannot reach in this area. There we go. That's how the 3 is going to look. 2 is going to go over here to block that 2x2. Right? Wait. Well, the 2 could go over there and then make the 6 squeeze in over here instead. Kind of liking that idea more, but let's hold off on that for a moment. This 5 is going to have to go at least over here, and then that's all it has to go over there. Let's see, this 5 has to go across the bottom here. Now this has to come out. Okay, so the 2 does fill in that area. The 5 either goes up or on the right here, and the 2 covers the other direction. So the 6, how much room does the 6 have, actually? So the 6 has 7 tiles. It can go in this space here. But it's going to have to go at least here in this tile. And the rest of that is kind of to be determined at the moment. Let's see, that's all connected over there. That's looking pretty good. What other places can we connect? Alright, this 3 could come up here to finish this, to block this 2x2 here. It could be blocked by that 3 or this 3. What else? Are there any risk of 2x2s down here? Like the 2 and the 5 are kind of taking care of this area. What about in this spot? We definitely need something here from like the 6. Right, I mean, I'm just thinking the 6 does that, to be honest, and then the 5 can do this. Like, that just feels correct. Good old vibes-based puzzle solving. Alright, and the 6 now has 6 tiles left. I mean, that did not come back to bite me in the butt, so I think we're in the clear there. Why did I... Oh, yeah. Connect all dark cells, of course. This has to come out of here. This is probably good to block in like that, and then we just need to really connect all dark cells and then not make any more 2x2s. So there we go. Alright, nice. Not too bad of a Nurikabe there. What does this say? Sophia? Who is Sophia? Alright, I think that's actually gonna do it for this episode. Oh, hello, Armillary Ring. How nice of you to join us at the, Lost Grids Cluster. Before I do the outro, I actually do want to go and see what this, Luminous quest we have is all about. So let's go find a Sightseer to finish this quote-unquote step of it, I guess? I don't know. So let's see, we've found Hidden Ring, Hidden Archway, Hidden Cube. We've done a matchbox. I mean, I'm still grabbing this hidden stuff because it's, like, right here. I'm playing next to it, right? We've done Puzzle Box. Puzzle Box is just like a generic one. We've done a match 3. Oh, here's a Sentinel Stone. I bet it's going to pop up Sentinel Stone when we complete the Sentinel Stone. Also, where are all the Sightseers at? I know I have not done them all. Alright, let's get the Sentinel Stone. Yep, Sentinel Stones was added to the list now. I bet it's really just gonna want to have me get every puzzle type, right? Earlier for the... Which one was it? For the flow rings, I found a flow rings I had already completed, and I just ran that, and that gave me the flow rings credit. Wow, easiest Sightseer of all time. Thank you. Now it wants a leitmotif now. Oh, jeez. That's not going to be easy to find. I want to see about finishing this Luminous quest, and that's where we'll call it for today. So I bet it's going to want a Hidden Pentad, right? Hidden Pentad and Crystal Labyrinth might be a concern. Maybe Rolling Block Puzzle as well. I'm just grabbing these puzzles just because I'm standing here right next to it. Ah! Misclick. What makes sense here? Where... Oh, I hear a hidden puzzle. Or a hidden cube. Okay. Where could we find a hidden... Not a hidden, a leitmotif kind of easily? Probably Shady Wildwood would be our best bet for leitmotif. Okay. Yeah, this might actually end up being quite a quest to complete. I don't know if we will be able to finish it this episode. Let's go do a quick scan in the Serene Deluge, see if we can find a leitmotif over here. Especially if we can find a puzzle radar. Oh, hey, it's the Ethereal Sky Drops. I will gladly take that. Yoink! Wow, we are almost level 99 Sky Drop. Love to see that. That's gonna give us our blue text of shame, accomplishment in Discord. Woohoo! Alright, let's hop up here. I see Shifting Mosaic. This is gonna be like a pretty substantial quest, isn't it? I feel like I'm repeating myself. I should probably find something new to say. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We have a crystal labyrinth. Let's hit this 4-pipper really quick. I guess today is just gonna end up being like extended episode. Oh great, it's a many directions to go puzzle. Wonder if we can still make the part-time. Based on how sloppily I did. The part-time is 6 seconds? Excuse me? Brother, this is not a 6-second maze. What are you smoking? What inhalants are you respirating? Wait, am I dumb? I might be dumb. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so what happened is I saw the other path and I'm like, okay, we must go, right? But the path through the maze actually should have just been go up here and then jump across and go up here, right? But I was dumb. That did add Crystal Labyrinth to our checklist now, though. Where's the sightseer? I'm not gonna worry about too much if it looks like it's somewhere that is in the most obscure place of all time. This one, I think we can find. Looks like it's right here. Yep. Perfect. This is not perfect, actually. Hello? Does not want to register. There we go. Perfect. Hello? 3-star in the wild. Some other day, though. Not today. I think we need one of these. How are we doing this puzzle? Like that, I would say. Yep, we've added shifting mosaic to our checklist now. Do we want to do another shifting mosaic? It's shifting mosaics with the where you have the one tile piece are generally tend to be pretty easy, I find. Okay. Is this like just right here? Okay. Where? Oh. I got that while crouching. I'm not sure if that was intended. Okay, we definitely need a basic dial. So let's get this over here. 7-second phasic dial. Wow, look at this list. This list is getting huge. We need a glide ring. Does it count if I repeat a previously completed glide ring? This isn't going to be a perfect score, but... Well, that didn't count. Either we don't need a glide ring for this puzzle, or it has to be a score improvement. Oop, moved a little too fast there. I'm just grabbing that because I saw it. What's going on here? We need to make a snake, and it has to turn at these knobs. Okay. I forgot how this rule works here. I think we basically have to, like, wrap around these, though. Like that, right? Ooh, kind of. Not quite, actually. Okay, well, I don't remember how this rule works. We can wrap around them like this, right? That's valid. We can't turn out of them, though. We can only, like, turn past them. So this works. This works. That does not work, so we can turn here, though. And then when we get here, we can't really do anything here. Okay. So that combination of turns doesn't work. So we need to go past, and then we can turn. So now we can turn. We can turn here, but then it's going to line us up with nothing, so let's keep going this way. We can turn here, but that lines us up with nothing. I don't think we can turn here when we hit this cube. Can we turn here? No, we can't turn there either. Can we go down and then turn? No. Can we turn at the edge of the board? Hold on. No, we can't turn at the edge of the board. So we can only turn at these corners. So we either have to do this. Maybe it would help to go the other way since we have to go here. So we can turn here or we can turn here. But if we turn here, we hit a dead end. So let's turn here. Do we want to turn again? No. So let's keep going straight down. Do we want to turn left here? I think not. So let's keep going down. Let's turn. Is this correct? No. It does want us to go. Okay. Turn, turn. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. That's the route. I'm not good at those. As I think we've discovered. Snakes are not my amazing thing that I'm amazing at. Oh, here's a wandering echo. That's an uncommon puzzle type. Let's grab that one. I didn't see where it went for a second, and then I got distracted looking for it. Okay. Alright, +1 wandering echo for the puzzles. There's a head and pentad here, but it's solved. You need a rolling block puzzle, but I don't see any today. How many spawn in Serene Deluge? How many, like, spawn points are there? There's 10 spawn points, and I've seen, like, 3 or 4 of them so far. It's a matchbox, but we already have matchbox, so... I'm gonna guess music rate is not its own thing, because we already have... what's it called? We already have puzzle box on our list of puzzles. So puzzle box, yeah, I don't see music grid on our list now, so that must not count. This is the other rolling block puzzle. Let's go look up here. I believe all the way on the top of these is a rolling block puzzle up there. Like, a couple of them are up there, actually. I was like, what is that? Oh yeah, monolith fragment. Forgot those existed. Do you guys remember when I did those back in the static puzzle playthrough? Fun times, right? This puzzle looks pretty easy. Let's just get it out of the way. Alright, rolling block puzzle. We'll do that music grid in a moment. This is a flatten out all the tiles puzzle. Seems like it should be pretty easy. We're very restricted in how we can start here. Maybe it's not that easy. So what if we go against the wall? No, that doesn't work, so I feel like we have to do this. This This is close, but still not quite what we're looking for. What if we do this one first? No, it's kind of giving us, like, the same problem, but in a different way. What if I just go around? Oh, that's really bad. Go around here like this. Doesn't work if I go up. What if I go left first? Did I try that already? So left and down doesn't do it. Left and up. Oh, here we go. This is looking good. There we go. Alright. Rolling block puzzles now on our list. Alright, cool. How are we going to find a leitmotif? Oh my gosh, is that a flow orbs? I love flow orbs. Hold on. 6 flow orbs. Where are we looking? Over there and over here, huh? Okay. Let's start with... Let's, like, swoop down and come back, and I went ahead and botched that. Let's start on the other side, maybe. So we're gonna swoop down, turn around... Oh, very close to platinum time. Alright, let's get a gliding start here, and I want to swoop down, turn around. I want to glide once we're close here, dive, oop, and I missed the thing. I felt like we went faster going the other way, so maybe we should start on this side. Right, let me put a waypoint over here. Alright, excellent. Let's go. Let's restore. Let's go again. Restore. Keep missing the first dang old pearl. No, that was... I, like, didn't hit the ground, and I didn't have any traction to turn. Nope. Okay, this is a good start. Alright, very good. Beat it by 0.52 seconds. Let's get this purple Shy Aura. Yep, Shy Aura is now on our list. Jeez, this really do be like all the puzzle types in the game, isn't it? I would like to get this matchbox, please. And for this matchbox, I don't see where its buddy is, so we're gonna leave it. I don't want to dilly-dally too long here, so if I don't see a Puzzle Radar 2 soon, I might call it here. Actually, we've spent a good amount of time over here. Let's go look in the Shady Wildwood for a little bit. We might have better luck both finding a Puzzle Radar and the leitmotif. There's a Sentinel Stone. I might as well grab it. They do take like 5 seconds usually, after all. And then... leitmotifs are generally pretty hard to spot. I should probably look to make sure they exist first. So there's 2 leitmotifs. How many are in Serene Deluge? 3. And how about Verdant Glen? 2. Okay, yeah, that's just kind of the challenge of this. There's only a total of 7 available right now, so how are you going to find one of 7 things in such a big area without a puzzle radar? Am I right? Okay, oh, here's a glide ring. We're definitely going to want that one. Let's mark it, but I want to continue searching for leitmotif first before our radar runs out. Come on, leitmotif. Where are you at, buddy? I know you exist here. Let's jump to the pearl really quick. See if maybe it's closer in this area. No, you're not gonna show me a leitmotif, huh? Seems highly rude. I'm like ignoring so many types of puzzles right now trying to find this leitmotif. No, come on! Well, we have a another radar here we can use. Just a little theme song for this radar. Now we have a new radar. Let's go. This time we'll find a leitmotif for sure, right? Right? Like, for sure? There's even another puzzle radar. It wants us to find the leitmotif. Bunch of matchboxes here, kind of hard to avoid actually at this point. Yo, where are these leitmotifs? There's supposed to be 2, right? Why can't we find any of them? Like, I'm seeing these matchboxes on the bottom of these islands. That wasn't even the matching matchbox up there. And no leitmotifs to be found? Like, hello? Okay, let's say, you know what, forget you, Verdant Glen, not Verdant Glen, Shitty Wildwood, you've had your chance, and you ruined it. Let's go back to the Serene Deluge. Serene Deluge, I feel like, more likely to stumble upon a leitmotif over here. So there's another glide ring up top up here. We only really need 1 right now, so not worried. Oh, hey, here's 2 leitmotifs actually. Excellent. Oh yeah, this is actually really obvious ones too. This one slightly less so. It's at a weird angle on the trees. All right, cool. I bet I'm gonna finish this glide ring. Oh, glide ring is actually the next one it wants us to do. We're gonna finish this glide ring, and it's gonna be like, yeah, hidden pentad. Oh, this is a, come in reverse, Shy Aura. So, of course, we're just gonna teleport directly onto it. Get owned. Alright. Oh, yikes, this is a complicated looking glide ring. Let's see, we're gonna go here. Nope, we are restarting. We messed it up. Platinum only zone. We messed it up. We're restarting again. We are restarting one more time. Can I get, like, more height over here somehow? I don't want to, like, use my double jump, like, right at the start. But I feel like I'm gonna have to here. I didn't know they put the hardest glide ring in the game up here, apparently. I keep messing it up. Okay, we can do a little bit of cheese here to get this platinum. Alright, let's get a launch pad over here. Let's get a launch pad over here. Okay, good. This one just flat out gets us high enough to restore our, or kind of like get us going on these again. Okay, there we go. Barely got perfect. Hidden pentad. Okay, well, I knew this was coming. We don't have any hidden pentads in the Deluge, in the Wildwood, or in the... Oh, there is one in Verdant Glen. Okay, let's do that. So we are looking for a hidden pentad. Where could we have a hidden pentad? This is the kind of puzzle, generally, when I see it, I go for it. So it's gonna probably be in some weird place I don't go. Like, hey, right there, hey. How about that? Is this the last type of puzzle that we've not done? I think it might be. So let's just go over there and get it done. Dark regions have area 2. I know your tricks puzzle. I know your tricks too well. We've messed this up over here, though. I know it's tricks, but like I also fail at doing a one-pit puzzle because I tried to do it way too fast. So this is going to be like this. There we go. That should be correct now. And then, here we go. Hidden Pentad. Hidden Pentad speedrun. Let's go. I think the total number of hidden pentads we need to do for the entire game is like, might be in the single digits now. So this is becoming quite the endangered puzzle type. Alright, and we are going this way. There it is. Morphic Fractal. Oh man, I thought we were done. Where's Morphic Fractal? There's 3 in this zone. Tell you what, we might just go ahead and call it if I don't almost immediately find a Morphic Fractal. Because I am actually kind of late here. This episode's already gone on longer than I had originally planned, which was okay, but I don't want it to go on forever. Do you remember like 30 minutes ago when I said I'd be wrapping up soon? There we go. Looks like a pretty easy one. Let's just shift this up here. Nope, never mind. This is not an easy one. Never mind, it was an easy one. Hey, that's it. There we go. Rare Luminous quest complete. Ooh, that was a headache of a Luminous quest, to be honest. But I'm not gonna say it. No, look at that. 1 puzzle box for 2,000 echoes, sparks. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna take this one, and then I want to finish the match 3 puzzles really quick, and that's what we're gonna call it this time for realsies. Match 3 should not be too hard to find in Verdant Glen. There's one. That is not one. Never mind. New match 3 puzzle spawned in Autumn Falls. Well, we know that is not a true statement, sir. Maybe they've shifted around, but there's no new ones. Alright, here's a match 3. There's actually a couple down here. Let's grab this one paper. Which match 3 looks like it'd be easier? So there's that one, and that one. This one on the left looks easier, so let's go do that one. But I do want to do this puzzle as well. Don't make a 4 in a row. Alright, no 4 in a row zone. We do not have to connect all light cells. I was confused for a second. I was like, Okay. Final puzzle of the night right here, presumably. That looks like a good move. This looks like a good move. That did not look like a good move. Let's move this up, then we can do this. We need to get this tan cell over here. There we go. Wait. Nope, yep, we're good. Okay, excellent. Okay, wow, what a night. What a night. We did a lot of, puzzles. Oh, hey, and we're at 20,000 points, so that means we can go customizations, clothing, clothes, scroll down here. We can buy this last hideous piece of armor. Now it can be the hideous red version. The, what is this, the blue version? I guess that's the yellow version. The green version? I don't really know. This version, and then that version, which I don't actually want to be any of. But that's actually all the cosmetics on the male form body. We have all the clothes, we have all of the helmets. Well, we don't have all of the helmets. We need to earn this one still. But we have all the ones we can purchase. And then we have all the gloves, I believe. Yeah, so now we can go to the female form. And then we have a lot of more things to purchase over here. In fact, we have enough money to purchase 3 more things immediately. 2 more things, I can't math. No, 3 more things, I can math. Hey, how about that? Let's get some gloves going. Alright, excellent. Sure. Sure, red, like, hand wrap gloves. Okay, I feel like we actually did a decent amount of progress. I'm gonna do a save stats poll here. So let's go savestats.exe, and then let me go to my OBS and change to the save stats screen here. One moment while it is running. You can enjoy this background noise of the video game while it finishes up here. Okay. Move this here. Okay, cool. Here's how we're looking. Yeah, Autumn Falls, nothing here. Big surprise, right? The only thing we need is a logic grid, and a logic grid does not have a static spawn position, so... Serene Deluge and Shady Wildwood are still looking very dense. Quite a lot of stuff in the Verdant Glen. A lot of these are, I think these blue ones are hidden cubes. Hidden archways, okay. Yeah, just there's a lot of random nooks and crannies in the Verdant Glen that I haven't explored that much. Let's look at our player card. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I looked at Lucian Waters for a second. I was like, 100%? I thought we had one more puzzle. Yeah, that's the wrong zone, dummy. Here we go. Autumn Falls. 370, 3739 out of 3740. We need the last pattern grid still. Was I correct about there being a single-digit number of hidden pentads left? Let's see. There's 2 Verdant Glen, 9 in Shady Wildwood, and 10 over here. No, so not single-digit. There's 21, but there's still very few left. There's only 2 flow orbs left. We did one of the remaining flow orbs. That's funny. There's only 2 flow orbs left in the entire game for us to do. Oh, whoops, I missed Shady Wildwood. Make that 6. Okay, well, how's our progress looking on Lost Grids? 95%. We only have 16 left, and they're all 1-star plus difficulty. So those are going to have our work cut out for us. As far as cosmetics, we are at 282 out of 91, out of 309, which is 91%. So doing good there. But anyways, we are almost 80% done with all the hub puzzles in the game. Just per the overall completion up here. Doing pretty good, I would say, so far. So yeah, next time we are going to be seeing what abouts we find in the Autumn Falls. Maybe we'll finish the Autumn Falls once and for all. But for now, that's going to do it. So if you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, or a subscribe, and I will see you next time. Sorry for the super long episode. Goodbye!